Hello, Scorpio. Wait, Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp person or persons. Welcome to Shidi Tarot. I'm Princess India. This is your November mid-month reading. And it's general and it's love because you guys didn't get love because I'm doing you in the mid-month. So, I hope you're doing fine. I wanted to do you guys pretty soon because it's still your season. Especially those of you going into Sagittarius. I'm looking at my little list here. I think I'm just going to call you Cusper for the rest of the reading because I almost, died when I was doing, Libra and Scorpio. Because I was like, this is a lot to say. So I'm just going to call you a little cuspy, Okay. I'm getting an overall energy for you guys going into November. And then we're going to look at general energies, and then we're going to look at your love lives, because that's what's hot in the streets right now. First three cards that we have popping out. The first was a father's love. It says a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. That's so sweet. Next, we have love. I don't remember if I showed that to you. Did I show it to you? Love says, love is the foundation of your existence. Indeed, it is. And you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So very true. I was thinking about that yesterday. When you love people or when you're in love or somebody's in love with you, it's like that, in love feeling is kind of like energetic currency in the sense that it just suddenly inspires you. Like, if your life was dope, it's like dope AF when you're in love. Next, it says breathe. The breath is the vital bridge between your body and soul. It's the connection between the inside and outside, connecting you to the universe, spirit, and divine source. The breath permeates your entire being with prana, which is the same life-giving force that nourishes everything in the universe. It makes me think of oneness. That's interesting. Partly, this is very interesting, the message I get from this. Okay, and this isn't going to be for everybody, but for some of you, and it's either if you're male or female, but there's a connection, you're going to want to take a step back to really kind of look and evaluate things. And it may be because, holidays, triggering, and things of the sort, but you would want to kind of take a step back and kind of look and see if there's a connection between your love life and your relationship with your dad, and that's if you're male or female, Gotta see what's going on with that. Because I feel like there's some sort of connection there. And it's probably not going to be something that you get in one sitting. Or it just may be something that kind of comes to you between now and going into December. But I feel that there's definitely a connection with however you connected with your dad. I mean, even if your dad, passed away when you were young or whatever, there's some sort of connection between your relationship with your dad and your love life. So, keep that in mind. Oh, it's too many cards. So, anywho, we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for my Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp people for mid-November going into December. I forgot the month. I feel like I look tired. Do I look tired? I do look tired. Don't answer that. Keep that to yourself. Spirit, please give us clear and direct guidance for Sagittarius, Scorpio, cusp people, Spirit. What do they need to know? What is of utmost importance to them now and going into November, please, Spirit? Any information we can reveal that is for their highest good and will assist them on their journey of evolution and what's not or whatever. I thank you in advance, Spirit. So let's see what's going on with you, my sweet, precious, lovey, boo-boo. Central focus is blossoming abundance that's challenged by the temple path. If you want abundance, that's very interesting. If you want abundance or want your abundance, well, I'm not going to say if you want abundance, because I feel like you're in an energy of abundance, but the thing that is going to be the challenge to maintain this abundance, which is why this may very much relate to love in your dad energy, is it's challenged by the temple path. So that's pretty much like the journey within oneself to get acquainted with your higher self, to, you know, begin your spiritual evolutionary path and so on and so forth. Your past influence is the heart chakra in reverse. So 9 times out of 10, you have a heart chakra that's underactive, which lets me know that there's some wounding and fear of intimacy, right? So there's a little bit of closed offness and a little bit of emotional unavailability. And going forward, we have walking away. So I think this is a state of being to me. Because I feel like something that's challenged and blocked your abundance for a very long time, whether that's financially, or that's you feeling or seeing yourself as abundant, or seeing growth in your life in any way, shape, form, or fashion, it's because I feel this, it's almost like a fear of connecting with people. You know what I mean? Like, that's held you back, but I see going forward into December, you guys are going to be walking out of that energy. What's above you is the community card in reverse. So I believe it's like you're seeing that, how you've been going about things, you're seeing that it's not really in alignment with you. And then below we have appreciation. And that's kind of like holding on to something past its due date, so to speak. So it's like holding out hope for a situation that's clearly hopeless. It's very similar to like the five of cups, where you're kind of grieving over how things didn't go, but you're not taking the chance to see that there's an opportunity that's more harmonious and alignment with you. So I'm seeing this as kind of like remnants of a cycle that just ended. It's like you guys were going about life. Well, I'm not going to say going about life, but sort of. It's like you guys were going about life or connecting with people in a certain kind of way. Now, when I think about this overall energy that we had with the whole, like, you know, father's love and whatnot, that very much could be intricately related to having like an emotionally unavailable parent. You know what I mean? Or someone, like someone that you dated, like breaking your heart in a very serious kind of way. But I'm leaning more towards the parent thing because it's like, it's almost like a fear of vulnerability. So for an extended period of time, it's like you connected with people, but not really. It's like you connected with them, but it was always very like shallow, but not shallow in a superficial sense. It's just you didn't really let people in. You know what I mean? But I feel like you're coming to the realization that if you really want to live the life that you want, you know what I mean? It's going to require you to heal whatever this is that's holding you back. So if we go back to that, your overall energy, to me, it's really looking like something that has to do with, you know, a father or a father figure. Yes, that is true. The heart chakra in reverse is clarified by the heart chakra card again, with happy family in reverse and the angel of strength. So it's more or less needing to tune back into your heart space, right? And having the strength and courage to persevere and knowing that that doesn't necessarily define you. It's like I feel like the greatest weakness in all of that is the fact that you don't know. So I think you not seeing the connection between that is hurting you more than it's helping you, so to speak. Because, you know, a lot of times, like, we'll go through stuff in the past and we're like, oh, that doesn't affect me. Like, I'm so over that. Like, I don't even care. And it's like you're saying that, but it's like you're still kind of holding a wound. And that's kind of like how core beliefs are kind of insidious. Because it's like with my therapeutic approach, how we look at unfinished business would be, okay, this is a perfect example, actually. There is a woman who had a dad that was like impossible to please, right? So, it's him expecting, so say he's a workaholic, the only time he pays attention to the kid is when they make good grades, right? So, and I kind of said this in my How to Let Go video, but the thing is you're conditioned because like your definition of love is set in by the time you're like 6. So this is a subconscious thing. So you're not thinking this like every day, like, hey, love means I have to earn it. You know, it's just what feels comfortable to you. So because with your dad, attention or love or affection was given through achievement, right? Because your dad was emotionally unavailable because he was going through his own stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you started dating, you were attracted to dudes. And this is where it comes into whole, like, why it's good to look at people's birth charts. It's like looking at, what is it? Like, it's a trine. No, it's a square. If there's a square between your Saturn and their sun sign, if that's like squared in your synastry chart, like the little compatibility report thing, then that means that someone that you subconsciously attracted to you because they symbolize something for you, and you're trying to work out your karma with them. So that's like the ultimate karmic partner. So the karma that you would be trying to work out hypothetically in this situation would be the fact, like, this dude on a subconscious level, I see my father in him, right? So I see the fact that he's very nonchalant, you know, he's kind of doing his own thing, and it's like, I have to, like, do the whole song and dance to get his attention. It's like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. So anytime he pays attention, that gives me validation, right? But being subconsciously comfortable with this exchange through love, you'll be running this theme out. But it's like on a subconscious level, the intention of like the soul is to work out that karma, to deal with my unfinished business of the fact that I never felt validated by my relationship with my dad. So the approval I never got from him, I would be trying to relive that through my partners by choosing people who are a lot like my dad, right? But the way that ends up becoming degrading is because when you're not aware that you're doing that, which, I mean, unless spirit gives you revelation on it or you go to therapy, you probably won't. You'll just think like, why do I keep dating assholes? Like, that's usually how it happens. It's like every guy I meet is the same, you know? But so it's like you working through that, if you're not aware of it, you're just going to keep going in circles and kind of get discouraged and give up on dating on some stuff, right? So for whatever reason, you guys are kind of seeing this clearly now. And I feel like you're really thinking about how you've been connecting with people, or just kind of looking at your life around you and seeing that it's not really in alignment with you. Like, it's not serving you. And I feel like you guys are going to take this journey within yourself, right? Get this clarity, like, on a deep spiritual level, and make the decision to go in the direction of what's more in alignment with you going into December. So it's kind of, I guess you would say it's almost kind of like having an epiphany. It's having an epiphany or a realization that, you know, this just, you want happiness and you're not willing to settle for less than that anymore. You know what I'm saying? But it feels like an epiphany in the sense that, I don't know, I feel the energy like a shock. That's the energy that I feel. It's like, it's almost as if you sense these things, but now it's kind of coming full circle, and you're like, because it's like you've been thinking about, I don't like how this is. I'm really not feeling, you know, I'm not feeling free. I'm not feeling inspired, or I'm feeling, you know, restricted, or my life is lackluster. So I think it started with that, but it's like something that comes and you're like, you know what? I really don't like what I'm seeing around me, and making the decision to go in the direction of that. Now, mind you, this is a general energy reading, so this could be anything. This could be your job, you know? This could be a myriad of different things. I have a serious problem with cards, yo. And every part of me is like, pull more cards. But I'm like, dog. But yeah, so that's your general energy. So, I mean, this can apply to anything. This could be work. This could be friendships. It could be a myriad of things. All right, fine. Y'all, I have a serious problem. I'm going to start a tarot anonymous group because I'm really starting to think I have a problem. Like, see, when I start doing readings like this, I start pulling cards out of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I need to get my life together. Knowing good and well I got to do 2 of these. We have 15 minutes. Spirit, can you give us some areas or some people that this is about? Just because Princess is nosy and she likes to know things. So, areas of life that this would be referring to, people this would be referring to. Anything that would be of use to my Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Spirit. I asked for 3 and I got 3. So, first one is family room, thoughts, and unexpected income. So, yeah, this is very interesting. So, this is dealing with one, because, you know, family room is literally a place, but when I'm looking at this, this is like old school family type of situations, you know? I wouldn't go as far as to say that it's a memory that you'll have that happened in the family room way back in 1982. I'm not going to say that. But it's more or less like it's something that's centralized around family issues. You know what I'm saying? It's something around family issues. Another thing is your thoughts, right? So that's in a sense of like not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's more or less changing how you're showing up in your perspective. Because I feel like you've been looking at things as if you're at the mercy of life and things have been happening to you. But it's almost as if you're coming into this realization that everything in your life is interconnected. It's like, that's what I feel like that shock I said I was feeling is. It's like knowing all of this stuff, but it being compartmentalized and getting that wake up call where it's like, wow, my childhood, my first relationship, that experience in college, you know? And it's like, you know, my boss. It's like seeing all of this stuff where you felt like it was people coming down on you like this. And it's like kind of seeing yourself in this more empowered sense of like, okay, these are experiences that or situations that I experience, but they don't really say anything about me. They're just my experiences. So it's almost like you gaining dominion over your experience and realizing that you can classify how things are. So it's like a really empowered state. And I feel like once you come into that and you see the things that aren't in alignment with you, those are the things that you're pushing to the side. And I feel like that's also going to help you financially as well. Because it's a lot to do with the lack mentality, to be quite honest. You know what I mean? It's like you perceiving yourself with lack kind of manifested that, so to speak. So the first love card we have that came out is soulmate. So that's your general energy. Now we're looking at your love life. Whoa. Jesus. Wasn't trying to get 3 cards. We have soulmate and whatnot or whatever. We have separation and let your friends help you. It's interesting. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I always tell people don't freak out about that because I found in personal readings, like when people's partners are on like business trips, like separation comes up. So I was like, that's a lot less serious than I've ever looked at it. But okay. That's interesting. It's like, are you and your partner separated right now? And it's like, yeah, they're on a business trip. It's like, oh, well, look at that. Let your friends help you and accept support from others. Now, this is interesting. I'm seeing that differently. Oh, and we're going to look at what you're thinking and feeling and what the person that is of interest to you is thinking or feeling. This is interesting. I feel, and this is weird, because I don't think I've ever looked at it like that, but let your friends help you. I feel like this is reaching out for professional help for whatever that is. Like, if, like, say if you're in a marriage and y'all are dealing with, whatever. It's like going to a marriage therapist if you're having money problems, going to see an accountant. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really seeing this as a very empowered energy, like you guys taking, it's like taking the reins of your life. It's almost like finally realizing, like, dog, this is all on me. Like, if I want my life to be on fleek, like, this is all on me. And I just really see you guys, like, taking control of that. So for some of you, it's more or less, for those of you who are leaving out of relationships, like walking away from a partnership that was emotionally unavailable, is you guys calling in a soulmate. It's like desiring to come into alignment with that. You know what I'm saying? But I see y'all going to like a little Four Swords type of situation, to just kind of get clear on what it is you want. Like, you know, you want that ultimate love of a lifetime. But I see you kind of spending some time single to clear your energy and figure out what that is. And then would let your friends help you. I'm more or less seeing that in the sense of, like reaching out to professionals to help you with whatever, whether that's getting a life coach, getting an accountant, like, you know, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? Or just connecting with more kindred spirits. Because I even feel like with your friendships, you feel like your friendships aren't even really in alignment with you. So I kind of look at this like a complete life overhaul. Scorpio, Sagg, cusp person. It's almost like, dog, you trying to go into 2019 like not playing no games. It's like you really, it's realizing what you've been living isn't what you want. And like fearlessly going in the direction of that. That's what's up. But anyway, what you thinking? You have to excuse me, I just got this deck. This is the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and it's different, and the words are small. The Knight of Wands. Ooh, goodness gracious. That was in reverse. Oh, okay. It was in reverse. That makes me feel some type of way about that. Okay, so with this card, with the Knight of Wands reverse, this is usually like, this is Rico Suave, okay? This is somebody who sweeps you off your feet, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like a very ferocious, passionate, very sexually charged energy. But y'all got this in reverse. So sex or passion is nowhere on your mind right now. It's interesting. Now what you're feeling is the Six of Pentacles. So it's like a desire for a give and take. You know what I'm saying? It's like you want a situation. Okay, that makes sense to me. So it could be for some of you guys is that in your love relationships, it's always been kind of passion. Like, you know, things starting really quick, getting like swept off your feet and carried away by passion. But now it's kind of like wanting something more grounded, something that's more in alignment with you, you know? Or having people, and that makes sense, dealing with people who are emotionally unavailable is people who are dodgy. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're touch and go, hot and cold, you know, very off and on. It's very inconsistent. And it's like you guys are desiring something now that's very grounded and stable, like, almost like a family foundation type of thing. Not necessarily saying like, I mean, about kids and stuff, but it's just like a true grounded, consistent partnership where I know I can rely on you. I know you're going to be there. If something happens, I know I can call you type of thing. And I don't really feel like you guys have had that, but I feel like that's an energy that's passing away. So that's kind of going along with all of these things. Like, dog, y'all are really getting serious about what you want. That's freaking beautiful. Dag nabbit son of a gun. So the person of interest, or your crosswatcher, however you want to look at it, what they're thinking is the Queen of Chalices. Okay. These cards are so interesting. So, that's very interesting. Because I see this two ways. I feel like, I don't feel like you know them, though. I don't feel like this is someone you know. I don't know why I don't get couple energy from this. The only couple energy I get is kind of like separation. But anywho, the other person, and this can go two ways, whether you're male or female. I feel like if it's a female, right? It's like, and I don't even know if this is even healthy. But you know how, like, you know, good girls like bad boys type of deal? I feel like if this is a Scorpio Sagittarius male, right? I don't want to say unhinged, but what you going through, it's like this chick sees what you're going through, but I feel like you may want to watch that though, because I don't know, it feels like a codependency kind of thing. It's almost like she gets her worth and value in like fixing people or something of the sort. Not to say that it's bad, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it could be. Just be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's nurturing. She's loving, and it's almost like she wants to heal you on some stuff. But the only thing that I say to be concerned about with that is, sometimes that's people's pathology. So you know how we talked about, your past family issues and stuff like that? You just want to be careful with that because that may be their pathology. It's like, and that's a very codependent thing where they need to feel needed. Like, I need you to need me. I need you to rely on me type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Or this could be an energy of someone you guys were dealing with. You know what I'm saying? It's like enabling behavior, It's like they like you broken because they get to heal you and canoodle you on some stuff, right? And it's like for women, I'm gonna be real with you. It's not necessarily bad. For women, it would be more like dealing with a dude where his exterior, so this really may be like a crosswatcher person, and this is giving you intel on this cuspy person. Sorry, cusper. But it's like, okay, the person you're dealing with, like, it's a dude, right? But he's like a really alpha male dude, like the emperor on fleek. Like, he's just very type of dude, right? But it's like on the inside, he's breaking. And what he wishes that he could do, and please do not interfere with this, because when he's ready, he will. So don't like walk up to the man and be like, just come lay on my boob. Don't do that. Because he's going to do it in his own time. But the thing is that all the stuff I've kind of described that's going on here, it's like he has a lot of weight on his shoulders. And it's like he always has to be strong. He always has to do a lot, or has been that way his entire life. So it's like behind this strong, robust lion exterior, lies a very broken man, And it's like with him, it's like he's coming to a point where he's about to break, where he can't really be strong anymore. And it's like in his headspace, he's thinking of how he wants to just break down and like tell you, like, I can't do this anymore, and this is too much for me, and sometimes I doubt myself, and things of the sort, So for, women, and this could be cross watchers, or however this pans out, you resonate with it, go with it, dagnabbit son of a gun. But, yeah, it's like, I feel like with him, it's like he's going through a lot, but he's coming to a place where it's like he's getting tired. And he wants more than anything to break down in that way. But I think it's out of respect for you. He thinks that you may look at him as like weak, because he's under the perception that the whole reason why you vibe with him is because he has this whole robust, alpha male thing going on. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's really funny is, this is getting so interesting. With the Ace of Swords and his emotions, it's like, how can I say this without this being taken wrong? So he wants to be dominated, in a way, but not like controlled. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, if you, like, say in your relationship, if you've always taken a backseat and been very passive, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's almost like he wants you to nurture him. because I get the gist. I get what this is. This is like a dude who's like a provider type of person. Like, he works really hard and all this stuff. And I feel like, and don't take this the wrong way, but it's almost like, in this particular situation, it's almost as if it's a benefit more for the female. Like, in the sense that it's like, because he's so hardworking and will, like, kind of rub two pennies together to make something happen, it's like the female doesn't really have to worry about much. But I think because of that, and this isn't intentional, I just think it never occurs to you to think how much pressure he's actually under. And it's almost as if he's hoping that you would take the lead, but not in the sense of you taking his position, but like nurturing him in a very intimate way, So that would kind of look like say if you never ask him how his day is. You know what I'm saying? Or if he comes home from work and you just like rub his back or something, I don't know. Like something like that, like something that shows like that connection, or that you're aware of what he's struggling with without actually saying it, because it's almost like that messes with his ego if you're like, oh, babe, what's wrong, But it's like if you just connect in a sense of like, how was your day? It was cool, like whatever, in that kind of way, and leave the space open for him to kind of open up, in a very nurturing kind of way. I hope that you know what I'm saying here. And even like initiating sex, to be honest, home dude would dig that too. Just throwing that out there, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. So, and that's the thing. Now, this is interesting. This is where I do see a couple. I didn't see y'all in here until just now. So if this is like people who are together, like everything I just described here, this is pretty much the basis of your relationship. It's like, I feel like you guys initially, when the relationship started, it was that instantaneous connection. This is my soulmate, oh my gosh, type of deal. But it's like now there's an energetic separation between the two of you. And I feel like that's for a myriad of different reasons, of different things that are going on with you guys individually, right? But I feel like both of you are kind of taking each other for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because in the couples, you don't feel in alignment with the person anymore. For my Sagittarius, Scorpio, cusp people. It's like you don't feel like, you feel completely disjointed from them, whereas at one point in time you guys felt completely like, enmeshed, right? But the whole foundation of why it is like the passion has to be reignited in the relationship, right? And a lot of it has to do with the fact that your partner is going through a lot. It's a dude. Like, if the crosswatcher person's a dude, well, you know what I'm saying. Like, if the Scorpio cusp person is a lady, and we're talking about a dude with your crosswatcher position, it's like he has a lot on his shoulders. And, I just feel like he's just gotten too caught up in other stuff. But the thing that would heal this is you kind of stepping into this space of showing him that nothing has really changed. You still love him the same. So it's this weird kind of thing where it's so weird. It's almost like how, like, I tell people with, like, finances, right? Like, if you want money, to give money, you know what I mean? And it sounds kind of crazy, but it's like, to give money when you really don't have it is a statement to the universe that you have, so you get more. So it's almost like whatever you feel like is missing, it's almost like you coming in to fill, not fill the void, because I really don't want to use codependency terminology, but it's just reconnecting in an intimate way with your partner to show them that you're still there. And I feel like that's how you get the reciprocation that you want. And for my couple people, the thing that y'all are going to be moving away from is all of this, whatever y'all have going on back here. You feel what I'm saying? And there may be a need to do some couples counseling. But other than that, yeah. And I think I finished that for my dudes. Yeah, watch the chick. You want to make sure that she's not, little codependent. If this is a guy, my Sag Scorp person, if you're a dude, you just want to make sure that she's not like wanting to fix you and things of the sort. Because I do get the gist that she's a little, I'm gonna be real with you, dog. For my Scorpio, Sagittarius, cusp dudes, if this is a chick that you dating, watch her, please. Watch her and try to, you know, if you know people that know her, kind of do some background stuff on her, because the gist I get from this chick, dog, is almost as if it's like nothing you ever do is good enough. Like, she's very ungrateful. This ain't gonna be for everybody, but she's very ungrateful. But the thing with her is that she gets her validation and like trying to fix dudes. You feel what I'm saying? And I think with her, it's still kind of like that. It's childhood issues in a sense, because she only feels safe in relationships when she's in control. It's like when she's controlling everything and she's calling the shots and she's able to say like how stuff is going to pan out, or keeping you at a disadvantage from her. You know what I'm saying? Or like isolating you from friends. It's literally like an abusive relationship, but a dude with a woman, as opposed to a guy doing this to a woman. It's a woman doing it to a guy. But it's like you being at a weak point that makes her feel needed. So watch that, please. Please watch that. I'm just saying, because it's not looking good. But anyway, we're going to throw out the dice of resonance, because I have to go be a therapist now. I have to put on my marriage therapist hat. You know? So if you're in the New Orleans area, holler at me for marriage therapy. So if you don't know what the dice of resonance is, it's an art project I did some time ago. It's dice. Oh yeah, you can ask a yes or no question. So if you want to pause me and formulate that now, you totally can. But it has all 12 zodiac signs, roles that a person can play in your life, whether it's sun, moon, and rising, male or female. I don't interpret them. It's just if you were wondering if this was your reading and what's not or whatever, this will let you know whether or not it is. So we have Cancer, Aquarius. The answer is yes. We have Moon, and we have Crush. So this could be a Cancer or Aquarius Moon person. The answer is yes to your question, and it could be a crush. Dudes, this is the Queen of Chalices now, okay? We got Cancer here. Crush. Get some intel on her before, you know, she be walking around here trying to dress you like Carlton and things. So watch that. Just saying. You know? Get you a been verified account. See if she got some charges, you know? Or restraining orders from exes. I'm just throwing that out there. I love your face. I'll see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.